Today we're going to be working on my barn find Skyline, which is directly here behind me, and as you can tell, it's pretty much missing its whole front end. The hood, the fenders, the bumper, everything's pretty much off of it right now, and that's because we're going to get ready to pull the engine, but not in today's video. Today we're going to be working on the rear quarter panels. I've got GTR style panels instead of the Rocket Bunny. I decided I'm going to go ahead and switch it to just a really clean OEM look and kind of restore the Skyline, if you will. Now we got plenty of room to work on the Skyline. So what we're going to focus on is this back section. It's already been chopped up a ton, and we're going to chop it up even further because the over fenders I have come up to here, all the way across, mix into here, down, and around. You might be asking, do I know what I'm doing? No, I don't. I've never taken the taillights or the bumper off of the Skyline, so I'm learning. Well, it may or may not have the bumper off. There might be maybe one or two more bolts holding on over there. I still haven't figured out how to take the taillights off yet. Just obviously the bulbs, those are out, but these are stuck, and I don't know why. So I've still got to figure that out. There's a bunch of sticky stuff right here, as you can see. So I'm assuming they did silicone and it's kind of stuck in there. My theory with being stuck with a bunch of silicone was correct. Now that the whole rear is pretty much taken off, I can go ahead and focus working on the quarter panel. So in order to do that, I need to drill at least one hole up here so I can mount it to that spot, because I know that that is a pretty accurate location right there to here. And then I can kind of adjust it side to side and make sure it's perfect placement. The hardware I'm using is nothing fancy. It's well nuts from Lowe's and just hardware from Lowe's. Nice, perfect fitment. So I've got 4 screws holding it, and it is a little bit wider than factory, but it's not as wide as I was hoping it would be. That's okay. I mean, it still looks really good. There's a few problem areas that I have, one being this little support back here. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's this little ridge that goes across. The factory spot is actually hitting, so I think I'm going to sand a lot of that down and flatten it out and maybe cut off a portion of it. And that way this panel still looks good, but underneath it's just, you're never gonna see it, so it's cut off. But overall, it's not looking too bad. Now I need to figure out what I need to cut, which again, over here, sand and cut and sand that area. Down over here as well, you can kind of see it behind the fender there. Obviously it's not like 100% official, but it would be on there and it would be good, and it would be good enough to sand and fix all the areas that are wrong and make them all smooth and even. And then we can slowly start to work on sanding the rest of the car and getting the rest of the car ready for paint as well. There's not going to be any room to work on the other side, but I am going to go ahead and install it and put this on a little time lapse. It's basically the same thing as what I did over here. I'm going to do probably 4 screws, call it good, figure out where you need to cut, and then pull everything off and cut all the stuff that doesn't need to be there. Well, my other camera ended up dying, so this is kind of where we're at now. I went ahead and put the rear spat on just so I can see how the body line looks, and overall, it's looking really, really good, if I don't say so myself. I ended up shaving this area down here because the original body does not have that indentation there, it's actually all flat. So I went ahead and sanded that down so it will all sit flush and flat, and it looks good. There's 1, 2, 3 screws pretty much down here holding it in place. I was trying to avoid using that many screws, but that's kind of what I need to do for this panel. Now, something that I'm debating on, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Should I keep it with the hardware that's going to be similar to this, little dress-up bolts, or should I mold it to the car? Because now that I'm looking at it, I kind of want to mold this to the car itself because I don't really care to see the hardware. I feel like this just needs to be a little bit cleaner, and I just need to mold it. Underneath, I got stuff hammered away. It's not perfect. I might get some sheet metal and actually fill that in. Same thing for back here, just fill all that in, but overall it's not the worst. It was really bad with the Rocket Bunny kit, but it's not so bad on that. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, but also I don't feel like I've gotten anything done, and I'm kind of stuck on a dilemma on what I should do. Should I mold the kit or should I use the hardware? I'm really leaning towards molding the kit because I can do a lot of sanding, a lot of blocking, a lot of fiberglass filler and Bondo to make it look seamlessly, basically, to make it just look like it doesn't ever exist as a bolt-on panel. And I really think that's gonna look a lot better than these hard edges. See right here, it's not even at all, and it just keeps going and so on and so forth. And I feel like if I was able to do fiberglass filler and Bondo and make this one even layer and match it with the trunk, I think it would look a lot better. Same thing for here. I could blend all that into the quarter and I think it would just look a lot better. But again, I have no clue. I am still trying to be somewhat cheap with this. It's not a full restoration. It's mainly making the car look really good from about 5 feet away. I would say 10, but all cars look pretty good from 10 feet away. 5 feet meaning I can be right here and be like, damn, that looks really, really good. All that being said, that is gonna be it for today's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It really, really helps out. And then stay tuned for future build videos on the Nissan Skyline. I'm hoping we can make it look really good. I have no clue where the videos are gonna go next. Maybe molding the kit, maybe not. I really have no clue. I would like to just, you know, work on this as much as I can and try to finish it as fast as I can, but still make it really, really good quality. Because again, I don't want it to be a 10-footer. I don't really want it to be a 5-footer. I want it to be something you can get up close to it and it's like, damn, that looks really, really good. So yeah, let me know what we should do. Mold it, keep the hardware, do something else. I have no clue, but that's gonna be it for today's video. So I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome. Later.